So a few days ago, I made this video here where I was looking into whether or not current version of Nuxt-UIkit could work with Nuxt 4. And the conclusion that we came to was that it actually works, but not entirely. And after going through everything, we see that there are certain things that were expected, but we would not have seen. One of them was right here. You should be seeing Nuxt DevTools showing here, or the icon, but it's not, as you can see. And when we refresh this on page load, what we should actually see is a pop-up here and a notification also. Now, this indicated to me that something was off, but I was pretty much wrong about what's happening here after diving into the code of both the module itself and looking at the project also. As you can see, we have it running here. I came to the realization that I did something wrong. I wasn't really looking into what I was actually doing. If we should go to up that view, up that view, we see here that we're importing UIkit from UIkit. Now, in previous versions of the module here, that is something that we could do, because if we should go over to documentation here, you'll see that in the Getting Started section, programmatic usage, this gives us an example of how we can programmatically use a module. And this has always been the case for primarily most of the lifetime of the module itself. Now, in I think the last version, we were having some issues with client-side versus server-side rendered application. And I believe at that point, what happened is that I removed, if we go here and go to runtime plugin, you'll see that this does nothing. But in previous versions, if I could go over to history, I think we should be able to see. All right, so I add plugins. You can see that we're actually exporting UIkit. So that would give us the ability to actually use it inside of our different projects. However, this was giving us some issues, which I believe I had documented in in one of these. I believe that I had documented it. However, to save ourselves the trouble, I believe I actually just remove it, if I remember correctly. And as a result of that, we are not able to just use UIkit. We'll actually have to go ahead and install it. So that's what I'm going to do now. So we'll just do a pnpm add UIkit. So now if we go ahead and do a pnpm run dev, so now that it's installed, we could actually just go here while it's running and just go to the package.json. And I'm just using the fuzzy finder to quickly switch between these. I don't think I should have to explain these to programmers or whatever. So we have it now here, and we have the latest version because it doesn't really matter. This is going to be fixed because technically it does matter which version, because we would be using UIkit, Nuxt-UIkit with a specific UIkit version, and then there might be conflicts. So this is a workaround essentially for it, but not a fixed solution. I'm going to talk some more about that shortly. So if we should go over here now, and it's going to refresh, as you can see, it's reloading. And there we go. So you can see now that we get our pop-up at the side. We also have our dev tools available to us. So we have these, which is awesome. It works as expected. The only issue that we would have is the conflicting versions between the UIkit that we've installed in the project itself and the one that comes with Nuxt-UIkit. And it's something that we're going to be working out. So again, if I should refresh this, then you will see that The notifications are working, the title is working. So I pretty much just messed up on the initial video because I was wrong. So as you can see here, I have two issues open. So these were open quite recently. So this one is to upgrade the module to Nuxt v4, or for us to be using Nuxt v4. So this is something that we want to do moving forward, even though everything works just the same. The next thing, this one is more recent, is that we want to export no, we want to export UIkit. So as you can see here, I've added a workaround in a sense of how this can be fixed. So whenever we're installing Nuxt-UIkit, we'll just install UIkit also. One thing that I've been thinking about as well is that we don't need this to be a dev dependency, or we probably shouldn't have this as a dev dependency. And I think that may be one of the reasons why we're having some client-side related issues, because this is something that we need in the application because this is rendering the UI. So we probably want to have that directly at in production builds or in production installation. So again, this is just a module that I've opened, should have some additional discussion or really analyzing some more with regards to the dev aspect and also ensuring that UIKit works. So I'm gonna review this some more, do some additional touches and whatever to see how best we can get this working to the level that it should be. So again, I made a mistake over here. Those who are using this module, this is pretty much a workaround for it. Just add in Nuxt-UIkit to it for the time being. Well, just adding UIkit to it for the time being, and that should work. And then moving forward, we're going to go ahead and fix this issue so that we'll be able to have everything working as expected. So yes, the answer is actually yes to this question here. Does Nuxt-UIkit work with Nuxt 4? And then says yes, it's just that we have to do some additional tweakings, which we'll be fixing shortly. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.